Russian. Russian is the most widely spoken Slavic and Eurasian language, serving as the official language of Russia and a major lingua franca across Eastern Europe and Central Asia. Written in the Cyrillic alphabet, it evolved from Old East Slavic and Church Slavonic influences. Russian grammar can be tricky, with different word endings and lots of ways to show what's happening in a sentence. It's known for its vast literary tradition, Pushkin, Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, and cultural influence from imperial and Soviet history. It remains vital in science, diplomacy, and global communication. Ukrainian. Ukrainian is the national language of Ukraine and part of the East Slavic group, positioned between Russian and Polish. Written in the Cyrillic alphabet, it developed from Old East Slavic roots and took its modern form through centuries of cultural change and outside influence. Ukrainian grammar is detailed but expressive, with a wide vocabulary and clear rhythm. The language represents national identity, especially after independence and current efforts to preserve it. It is used in music, film, education, and online media, supporting the growth of Ukrainian culture across different parts of the world. Belarusian. Belarusian is one of the official languages of Belarus and belongs to the East Slavic branch, closely related to Russian and Ukrainian. It uses a version of the Cyrillic alphabet, though a Latin script is also used in some contexts. The language developed from Old East Slavic and reflects a long history of cultural overlap with neighboring regions. Belarusian grammar is systematic, with 6 grammatical cases and rich verb forms. Though Russian dominates daily communication, Belarusian remains an important symbol of national identity, literature, and cultural preservation through schools, media, and artistic expression. Polish. Polish is the official language of Poland and the most widely spoken West Slavic language. It uses the Latin alphabet with additional letters to represent unique sounds. Evolving from Old Polish, it was shaped by contact with German, Czech, and Latin influences. Polish grammar includes 7 cases and a flexible word order that allows for detailed expression. While considered challenging to learn, it remains central to Polish national and cultural identity. Polish is used worldwide among immigrant communities and is known for its literature, history, and role as a unifying symbol for Poles at home and abroad. Czech. Czech is the official language of the Czech Republic and part of the West Slavic group, closely related to Slovak. It uses the Latin alphabet with diacritical marks to represent its distinct sounds. The language developed from Old Czech and has a long literary tradition dating back to the Middle Ages. Czech grammar features 7 cases and a system that allows for flexible word order. It is used in education, government, and media throughout the country. Czech also plays an important role in preserving cultural identity and connecting speakers through shared history, literature, and national traditions. Slovak. Slovak is the official language of Slovakia and part of the West Slavic branch, most closely related to Czech. It uses the Latin alphabet with accent marks to represent its sounds. The language developed from Central Slovak dialects and became standardized in the 19th century. Slovak grammar has 7 cases, a rich system of verb forms, and flexible word order. Slovak and Czech speakers can usually understand each other without difficulty. The language is used in all areas of public life in Slovakia and represents a key element of national identity and cultural continuity. Sorbian. Sorbian refers to 2 closely related West Slavic languages, Upper Sorbian and Lower Sorbian, spoken by the Sorb minority in eastern Germany, mainly in Saxony and Brandenburg. Both use the Latin alphabet and share roots with Czech, Slovak, and Polish. Sorbian developed from early Slavic dialects once spread across much of eastern Germany before assimilation reduced their range. The languages have 7 grammatical cases and follow patterns similar to other West Slavic tongues. Today, Sorbian survives through education, literature, church use, and cultural initiatives that work to preserve this small but historically important Slavic linguistic community. Bulgarian. Bulgarian is the official language of Bulgaria and part of the South Slavic branch. It uses the Cyrillic alphabet and developed from Old Bulgarian, one of the earliest written Slavic languages. Unlike most Slavic languages, Bulgarian has largely lost its case system and instead uses prepositions and a definite article added to the end of nouns. Its grammar also features a complex verb system for expressing tense and mood. Bulgarian influenced neighboring Balkan languages and shares many features with Macedonian. It remains central to Bulgarian national culture, literature, and identity, with a strong historical link to the Orthodox tradition. Macedonian. Macedonian is the official language of North Macedonia and belongs to the South Slavic branch, closely related to Bulgarian. It uses the Cyrillic alphabet and developed from regional dialects that evolved from Old Church Slavonic. Like Bulgarian, Macedonian lost most of the case system common in other Slavic languages, and instead uses prepositions and postfixed definite articles. The language is known for its clear sound system, expressive verb forms, and use of particles to show subtle meanings. Macedonian plays a key role in national identity and cultural life, supporting literature, education, and communication throughout the Balkans. Serbian. Serbian is the official language of Serbia and one of the South Slavic languages in the Western subgroup. It uses both the Cyrillic and Latin alphabets interchangeably, a unique feature among Slavic languages. Serbian developed from the Shtokavian dialect, which also forms the base for Croatian, Bosnian, and Montenegrin. Its grammar includes 7 cases, a rich system of verb aspects, and flexible word order. Serbian literature and folk traditions have played a central role in shaping national identity. The language is widely understood across the former Yugoslav region and remains a key medium for media, education, and public life. Croatian. Croatian is the official language of Croatia and part of the South Slavic group, sharing its base with Serbian, Bosnian, and Montenegrin. It uses the Latin alphabet and developed from the Shtokavian dialect, standardized during the 19th century. Croatian grammar features 7 cases, 3 genders, and a rich system of verb aspects. Although mutually intelligible with Serbian, it has distinct vocabulary, spelling, and pronunciation influenced by Latin, German, and Italian. Croatian plays an important role in national culture, literature, and media, reflecting the country's history and identity within the broader South Slavic linguistic area. Bosnian. Bosnian is one of the official languages of Bosnia and Herzegovina and part of the South Slavic branch. It developed from the Shtokavian dialect and the same linguistic base as Serbian, Croatian, and Montenegrin. Bosnian uses both the Latin and Cyrillic alphabets, though Latin is more common. Its grammar includes 7 cases, complex verb forms, and flexible word order. Bosnian distinguishes itself through vocabulary influenced by Turkish, Arabic, and Persian, reflecting the region's Ottoman heritage. The language plays an important role in uniting Bosnians of different backgrounds and preserving cultural and historical identity across the Balkans. Montenegrin. Montenegrin is the official language of Montenegro and part of the South Slavic group, closely related to Serbian, Croatian, and Bosnian. It developed from the Shtokavian dialect and was officially standardized in the early 21st century after Montenegro's independence. Montenegrin grammar follows the same general structure as other Serbo-Croatian varieties, with 7 cases and rich verb forms. It uses both the Latin and Cyrillic alphabets, though Latin is more common. The language includes a few unique sounds and words that reflect local speech. Montenegrin represents national identity and cultural independence within the wider South Slavic linguistic tradition. Slovene. Slovene, also known as Slovenian, is the official language of Slovenia and part of the South Slavic branch. It uses the Latin alphabet and developed from early Slavic dialects spoken in the Alpine region. Slovene grammar includes 6 cases, 3 grammatical genders, and a distinctive dual number used for referring to 2 people or objects. The language has many regional dialects, some of which differ noticeably from the standard form. Slovene plays an important role in national identity, literature, and education, connecting speakers through a shared cultural and linguistic heritage across Slovenia and neighboring areas.